The Heart That Betrayed Me. Narrated by Gift Villas. I never thought love could feel like treason. From the outside, I was the woman every other woman admired. Smart, elegant, well-loved, and most importantly, adored by Jude, the man who had everything. And yet, in the quiet corners of my heart, I found myself falling for someone I was never meant to love. It started the day Jude saved a stranger from death. I remember his voice when he called me that evening. "Gift, you won't believe what happened today. They were about to burn a boy alive." He sounded breathless, shaken. I sat up in bed. Burn? He stole something. They had tires ready, fire lit. I got there just in time. Then after a pause, I told them he was my brother. I smiled at the warmth in Jude's voice. He was always the hero type, rich, respected, but soft-hearted beneath his tailored suits. That was part of why I admired him. He didn't just give money, he gave himself. A few days later, I met the boy. His name was Ad. He was quiet, too quiet. His eyes always seemed to carry a story no one had dared to ask about. There was something magnetic about him, like silence wrapped in mystery. Jude had made him a house assistant, but honestly, Ad ran the place. He fixed, cooked, drove, managed, with the grace of a man who knew how to survive. I should have looked away when I started noticing him. The way his hands moved when he washed dishes, the way he avoided looking at me for too long, the way he only spoke when spoken to, but when he did, every word sounded chosen. Jude didn't notice. He was too focused on his plan to finally make me his. He used to ask me, "Do you think I have a chance with you?" I'd laugh it off, say, "Maybe," but the truth was painful. I didn't want to hurt him. I just didn't love him, not the way he loved me. It was Ad who haunted me. One evening, I caught Jude talking to him on the balcony. I stood in the hallway, listening, eavesdropping, yes, but I had to know. "I think she's warming up to me," Jude said, grinning like a schoolboy. Ad's voice was calm. "She's an incredible woman, sir. Keep showing her who you are." Those words broke something in me. Because what Ad didn't know was that he already had my heart.
And the worst part, he was helping the man who'd saved his life win the woman who was already in love with him. So, I backed off. I stopped calling, texting. I tried to feel for Jude what I knew I felt for Ade, but nothing changed, except the ache in my chest grew worse. Then one night, I couldn't take it anymore. The rain poured in thick, heavy drops as I drove to Jude's house. I didn't care that it was nearly midnight. I didn't care that I hadn't been invited. Ade had been avoiding me. No calls, no texts, just polite nods when we crossed paths. His room was at the back. Simple, tidy, smelling faintly of soap and palm oil. He opened the door, startled. "Gift?" he asked, eyes wide. "It's late." "I know." I stepped inside, dripping wet. He didn't move. "You shouldn't be here." I looked up at him, holding his gaze. "Why are you avoiding me?" He hesitated. "Because it's wrong. You know it is. Jude, he saved my life. I owe him everything." "And what about me?" My voice cracked. "Don't I deserve something too?" He opened his mouth, then closed it. His silence was louder than any answer. I moved closer.
I'm tired of pretending. I love you, Aid. I have tried to love him, but it's you. He looked tortured, torn. Please, gift. But I couldn't stop myself. I reached up and kissed him. Not just with my lips, but with months of repressed feelings. It was soft, then desperate. And then the door creaked open. We pulled apart, and I turned just in time to see Jude standing there. His face was blank, not angry, not crying, just hollow. He said nothing. Then he turned and walked away. I ran after him. Jude! Jude, wait, please! He didn't turn around, not until he reached the stairs. You told me once, he said, voice low, that I was different. You are. He gave a bitter laugh. Not different enough, I guess. I didn't mean for this to happen, but it did happen, he said. And the worst part, he was the one telling me to fight for you, encouraging me. His eyes met mine, full of something I'd never seen before. Disgust? No. It was worse. Disappointment. Days passed in silence. Aid left the house the next morning. No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. Jude stopped answering my calls. I'd lost both of them. My heart was a battlefield, and no one had won. 6 months later, I heard a rumor that Aid was working at a small tech firm downtown. I didn't want to believe it at first. He was capable of more, but part of me wasn't surprised. He was always running from something. I saw Jude once at an art gallery. He smiled politely. We chatted like old friends, but there was distance in his eyes, a wall that would never come down again. As for me, I still dream of Aid, of his silence, of his hands, of that night. And sometimes, in my quietest moments, I wonder, did I ruin everything by choosing love? Or did I finally choose myself?